All right, good morning. This presentation is going to be on Outlook 2013 and more in particular how to do um, appointments and meeting setup. Why is this not going? There we go. So Outlook, calendar tips and tricks, meetings, requests versus appointments. One of the many questions that we normally get is, what's the difference between the two, and how can I leverage both of them for me? How can I do that the best? So in a meeting, an appointment is basically any activity that you want to schedule on your calendar, but it does not involve having other people. So part of that, Outlook has decided to be able to do that so you can set your own appointments. You can schedule reoccurring appointments, view your own appointments by day, week, month, and set reminders for your appointments just like you can any other meeting. A meeting in Outlook is a setting that allows you to do the exact same thing that an appointment can do, but basically you can also add people to your meeting requests. You can do this over online. You can do it face-to-face. You can actually even request resources like rooms and projectors and computers if you want to go down that road in your Outlook setup. All that information is captured in Exchange, and it's fairly easy to do if you ask your administrator. When you do create a meeting, you identify the people you want to invite and the resources to reserve and the time that you want them reserved. Responses to your meeting requests appear in the inbox. You can also add people after the fact that the meeting is created. And in actuality, you can actually add people to an appointment, and then that actually converts over to being a meeting type request. But enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. Let's go ahead and go down the road of setting up a new meeting request. All right. First thing you want to do is on the home ribbon, go to the new items and select meeting. In the subject box, put in any subject you would like. Location is the exact same thing. A little bit further down the presentation, we should talk about where the location actually comes into play. If it's a schedulable, if that's actually a word, location, and we can actually see if it's free or busy. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and make the appointment and put in the subject. We want to make sure this is where we talk about the location of this, conference rooms, meeting rooms, that sort of thing. I'm going to go ahead and put mine here, and you can see that I'm free on that point in time. In the lower left-hand corner, you want to add the attendees, all right? To be able to add attendees, it's just like you would normally do through any sort of Outlook or Google environment. You want to be able to add your attendees and your resources. There's three things you can do. One is required. Those are the people that have to be at the meeting. The optional ones are the ones that could or could not be there. And the resources are things like rooms, computers, projectors, that sort of things. In our company, we actually do them to where they are, some of the things we can schedule out are trucks, vehicles, forklifts. We do a whole bunch of stuff within our Outlook environment. So we want to select the attendees and the resources, and this is where the actual required, optional, and resources appear actually on the screen. Once you put those people in, go ahead and click OK. The free and busy grid, this will tell you This will tell you exactly where the person is going to be, if they are free for that time or not. What this is actually showing you is from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock is an hour-long meeting. The beginning of the meeting is green, the end of the meeting is red, so you know kind of where the meeting starts and stops in this chart. The suggested times over on the right-hand side will tell you when the best time to be able to do a meeting for this person is. So if they are booked between 10 and 11, you can then go ahead and turn around and actually look at the suggested times, and then find out from 1:30 to 2:30 is actually much better for them, and then you can kind of see where everyone else sets up. It's a very handy tool if you have lots of meetings trying to get them all in one spot at the same time. As you can tell over in the lower right-hand corner, that's where the suggested times should be. And because me and my guy Paul here are free during that same time, there's no suggested times. We're fine there. Appointments. Once you have that, the required and optional attendees appear in the to box in the meeting tab. It all appears in one setup, but because Paul is the other person in this meeting, that's who's going to be in my two meetings going out to them. And the start and end times, it has gone through and shown you exactly when the meeting is going to be starting and when it's ending. If you want to make any changes here, you can make changes here, but this is all coming back from the start and end times that we had in the previous screen. Alrighty, we're almost there. Finalizing and sending the appointment. Once you have everything set up to where you are being shown this and you are going to be sending this out to people, the resource will be sent a message, as well as the people attending the message will be sent the message as well. Once you have that, you can go ahead and click send. Once you click send, the person on the other end will be able to accept or decline the meeting message. When the meeting arrives in your mailbox, you have the ability to either accept it, tentatively accept it, decline it, or propose a new time. When you click the meeting tab, this is what the screen will actually end up looking like. If you propose a new time, you can have the ability to prompt you with the three options: either edit the response, send the response now, or don't send a response at all. One of the executives in our company goes out of his way to make sure that you do not send a response to him, because he does set up so many messages. So that is a very common way of dealing with the multiple people sending you responses to this. So it won't fill up your inbox, because all you ever do with those is either look at it and delete it, or just delete it right out of the box, because it does very little for you. All it does, you can then go back and see if the person's accepted it in the calendar, but a lot of people just ask not to send a response by default. All right, and reminding meeting attendees of upcoming events. It's a good idea to remind people, because not everyone looks at their calendar every minute of every day, like I like to. You can quickly do this by sending a message to all attendees for the meeting. Basically, open up your calendar, open up the message tab again, click message to the attendees, and then type whatever the message is, and then go ahead and send it. This is what the message will look like. Basically, just like anything else, you just want to go to insert and include the attachments, anything you want to be able to send to as well. It's just like any other email, just like any other message out to somebody that's coming from the calendar tab. To be able to track the responses, as well as what I was talking about earlier, this is the module in which you would do that. If you go into the meeting series and actually click on tracking, what you will see is all the people that are showing up to this meeting, and whether or not whether or not they've responded to it or not. I'm the meeting organizer. Chris and Paul are required, but none of them have responded yet. To be able to move some of those appointments around, because not everything goes exactly as planned as always, one of the things you can do is actually quickly move the appointments as well. There's a couple ways we can do that. One of the best ways to do that is just by clicking and dragging where you want it to go. It's just that simple. Just click and drag. The test that we want to do is be able to drag it from 3 o'clock to 3:30 to 3:30 to 4 o'clock. We just did that with a simple, normal left click of the mouse and dragged it to where we wanted it to go. Or we could go through and actually set it up to go into the meeting and change it as well, just to make sure that all those appointments actually have the ability to attend the meeting and are just as fine attending that meeting at the same time. So what do we do about changing the appointment to a meeting? It's fairly simple to do, like I talked about at the very beginning. One of the things you do is basically you go into the appointment, and then you can select invite attendees, put the attendees' names in the to box, hit send, and you've basically got a meeting request out of an appointment. And now we have some bonus material to make sure that we all understand that we can do some things with our new phone system here. One of those things is how to create conference calls and transfer a call. That's always good. So what do? Let's find out. Alrighty, our Owatsu system allows you to make a conference call, and it's just that easy. On your phones, there's a button called Conference. Shocking as it is, it's just that easy. So what you will do is you'll dial the first person, and then you'll say, go ahead and hold on. I'm going to go ahead and add a go ahead and add a call in. You hit add, make your next call, whether it's inside the company or outside the company. Once they pick up, go ahead and say, hold on, I'm going to add you in. Hit add again, and all of a sudden, you will hear the first person you've called and the second person you've called all in the same call. Our phone system allows us to do that, and I suggest you use it. It's highly effective. Also, you want to transfer, and this is just as easy, hit the transfer button. So if you get a phone call for, say, sales, and you know that it's going to be better handled by sales and you're just a lonely IT guy, what you want to do is you want to be able to hit the transfer, hit the extension, whether it's the 3-digit extension we have here, hit the extension button, and then go ahead and hit extension again if there's a particular button you want to be able to hand. But once you've actually got the extension dialed, the person will hang up on the other end, and then you hang up. It's just that easy. So basically, run this down one more time. You've got your phone you've got your call that you're making or that has been made to you. You hit transfer. The other person will pick up. You will then say, hey, I've got somebody from Fastenal here wants to talk to you. They say that's fine. You go ahead and hang up, and then that person then has the extension or the call from Fastenal on their line. So is there any questions? I appreciate your time and energy today, but have a great one, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.